The Galaxy S24 Plus and the iPhone 15 Pro are priced at $999, and there is one question: which should you buy and why? And I will be answering that question in this video because these two are some of the best phones right now, and they are both similar and different at the same time. There are some things that the S24 Plus gives me that the iPhone does not, and vice versa. So let's see which is the better phone, or better yet, the better value. Let's go. Alright, let's start this off with the price. Buying a phone in 2024 is very difficult because there are so many options to choose from. You start with evaluating the specs and the features and all the other good things that come with a smartphone, but once the price of that device is not in the best interest, then most people just look for an alternative. Now, the Pro versions of the iPhones have always been $999 for as long as I can remember, and most times it's met with positive reception because, with Apple, you know what you're getting. And it is similar to what Samsung is doing. The S24 Plus is $999, and many people debated that this should have been $799 instead, and I am inclined to agree. Fortunately or unfortunately, with little resale value, you might be able to pick this up for $799 in a few months if you're just patient. Now, before we get further into the video, a like and a subscription to the channel will be very much appreciated. We are so close to 20,000 subscribers, so thank you for your support. It does mean a lot. With pricing out of the way, the designs for the S24 Plus and the iPhone 15 Pro are similar and different at the same time. First things first, while it looks like the S23 Plus from last year with its similar design pattern, there is no denying that the S24 Plus looks like an iPhone, especially from different angles. Same square-shaped design, same flat display, same everything. Now, the only thing that is physically different is that the S24 Plus is aluminum, while the iPhone 15 Pro is titanium. In terms of how it weighs, they do feel almost the same, even if the S24 Plus is heavier, and it is something I like to give credit to Samsung for doing, because hand fatigue is very real, and I noticed the edges aren't as sharp as the smaller S24. I'm not sure why, maybe because this phone is bigger and gives my hand more room to be free. I don't know, but I prefer holding the S24 Plus than the smaller S24. The sides are the same, the volume and the power button on the right hand side, a USB-C port at the bottom with stereo speakers. Like I said, it has almost the same design as the S23 Plus. Now, the iPhone 15 Pro is also similar with its design to the iPhone 14 Pro, but they tucked in the corners to make it more rounded and comfortable to use without having any issues. The titanium build was a welcome addition to the iPhone, so shout out to Apple for making that little but important change. Who has the better design depends on you and what you prefer. Personally, they have similar design patterns with the exception of the camera, and if I'm going by that, then the S24 Plus is my choice with the better design. The display of the S24 Plus has seen a significant upgrade since last year. It went from Full HD to Quad HD, and some people may not notice the difference, but essentially it provides a sharper, clearer image than Full HD, but it doesn't quite provide the same clarity of 4K, but I'll take it. Now, apart from that, we have the usual good stuff that comes with a $1,000 Samsung display, a 6.7-inch screen with a dynamic AMOLED panel, a 120Hz refresh rate, and one of the brightest displays in the industry. 2600 nits of max brightness, which is great outdoors and of course indoors. When brands compete, consumers are the ones that benefit from it the most, because when going head to head with the iPhone 15 Pro, it clearly is the better and brighter display. It also has the single hole punch cutout that gives it a cleaner look than the dynamic island. And if I had to choose one to consume content on, it'll definitely be the S24 Plus because it is not intrusive. While the S24 Plus has face recognition, it doesn't come close to Face ID in my experience. Regardless of that, the S24 Plus has a better display with a more secure way to unlock your phone than Face ID thanks to the fingerprint scanner. Artificial intelligence is great. It is the future, and Samsung created Galaxy AI with the help from Google to also help them get into that market. Galaxy AI is pretty cool, but some of these features are very niche. Circle to Search is pretty good. It gives detailed information about highlighted subjects on your phone, but It is not something that is imperative. It is just like a nice to have and nothing more. Now, I try to put myself in the shoes of the average consumer, and Circle to Search isn't exactly what I use every day. This is my concern also with Note Assist. Note Assist has great features like auto formatting, summarizing, or translating your text to different languages, and these are great features to have if you use Samsung Notes. Not a lot of people do, and I guess this is an incentive to use their own version of what Notes should look like. I just wish Galaxy AI worked with other note-taking apps, which is most likely never gonna happen. Now, the reason I say these AI features are niche is because it does not appeal to a wider audience. I have a friend here who asked me about it last week, and after I explained everything to him, he still said he's not getting an S24 Plus. Even though those features are dope, he said he doesn't just care, actually. That's exactly what he said. And he is the perfect example of the average consumer. I'm not even saying Apple or the iPhone 15 Pro have a better software in terms of features, but I believe it is going to take a lot from Google or Samsung to displace the iPhone or Apple within North America. And I don't think these AI features are going to be what exactly is like the catalyst for people to move on. Or, you know, when Apple brings out their version of AI, everyone starts paying attention and saying that Apple is like revolutionary. It is going to happen, like it is inevitable. And speaking of people saying Apple are revolutionary, some people may not like this part because the battery life on the iPhone 15 Pro has been very disappointing. And I know some people are going to comment and say I'm lying, or others will say I don't know what I'm saying, but remember, this is my experience and the battery life has just been okay on the iPhone 15 Pro, especially when you compare it to the iPhone 14 Pro or even the iPhone 13 Pro. I'm a big battery user in the sense that I have my brightness on 100% all the time. I use social media more times than I should be using it. I take calls for longer periods. I talk to friends and my family. Basically, I use my phone a lot. And while the phone gives me about 6 hours of screen on time, the S24 Plus just gave me more. Which is weird because the S24 Ultra and the S24 gave me okay battery life, and the S24 Plus is now the thing that gives me the best. All I know is that the S24 Plus gave me more battery than the iPhone 15 Pro. Both the S24 Plus and the iPhone 15 Pro have a triple camera system, but they differ in terms of specs. The S24 Plus has a 50 megapixel main sensor, a 10 megapixel telephoto lens, and a 12 megapixel ultra wide, while the iPhone 15 Pro has a 48 megapixel wide angle lens with 3 different focal lengths, 24, 28, and 35 millimeter, a 12 megapixel telephoto lens, and a 12 megapixel ultra wide. Now, the difference is not so clear between these two phones, and I realize it is also very subjective. Megapixels do not tell the full story because the iPhone 15 Pro is still a better camera unit than the S24 Plus, especially when it comes to video. Don't come for my head yet, just keep watching. And from my perspective, both of these phones give the ability to take great pictures. Color accuracy and dynamic range is pretty up there bar for bar, but the S24 Plus has a cooler tone while the iPhone 15 Pro is just on the warmer side. And when I tested them, they gave me pretty good results. Color accuracy, it was vibrant, all those things that you would want when you're taking pictures, and that went for the ultra wide lens or even the portrait lens. Although the S24 Plus gave me a softer tone than the iPhone 15 Pro. Now, where the S24 Plus shined the most is with its telephoto lens and that 30x zoom, whereas the iPhone could only go as far as 15x. But I wouldn't worry about it a lot of the time because how many people are going to go 30x or even 15x when taking a picture? What the 15 Pro and other iPhones have been doing for many years is taking better video. Now, even though the S24 Plus shoots in 8K, the quality of the cameras on the iPhone 15 Pro is still unmatched till this day. It is hands down still the king of video recording, even though the S24 Plus isn't far behind. However, if you want to start making content and you're on a budget, then the iPhone 15 Pro should definitely be on your radar. When it's all said and done, the choice to buy a phone ultimately lies with you. I am only here to give you insights and try to steer you in the right direction. So which phone has the better value for you? I personally believe Samsung should have priced the S24 Plus slightly cheaper than the iPhone 15 Pro. Just ever so slightly, because it is difficult to actually recommend this phone because the smaller S24 is $799 or is it $699 and offers the same feature sets at a cheaper price. Again, like every year, it feels like Samsung just sends the S24 Plus out to die because it's a great phone. It's a great phone that I just can't recommend. Thank you guys for watching this video. What do you think about the S24 Plus or the iPhone 15 Pro? Comment down below and let me know. As usual, click the like button and subscribe to the channel if you got any value from this, as we're almost at 20,000 subscribers. It'll be great if I could get there before my birthday. And with that, my name is KJ, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.